so we're here in Fusion. If we look at our folder, so our project folder, we go to render, 3D, submerged. I should have called it submersion, I guess. Well, anyway, underwater, 1, and then our render is here. So you can see the crypto mats get rendered out as separate things. So right now we could manually rename them, and that wouldn't really be a problem. But if there are, like if you have an entire sequence, what I generally like to do is I like to put, make a folder for mat and a folder for obj. And I put the crypto mats in there. So I put material in there. And I put the object in there. And I use a tool called Renamer, which is free. You can install it for free. And you can use this thing to rename, batch rename stuff. Because so if you have an entire folder of like stuff, you kind of don't want to do that manually. No. So what you do is you drag in your file, and you can add a rule. So what we will do is we will say that we will want to replace dot crypto mat underscore obj.exr. So let's not skip extension. We're just gonna replace it with just regular exr. And we're gonna, so that's replace, add rule, and then insert. We're gonna insert something. So we're gonna insert obj before it. Right, so let's rename. Right, so now this is renamed. Now we can also, you can also set your ROP up, by the way, to do this a little bit more efficiently manually, but for now, let's just rename them. Right, so let's do this and say this, that should be mat. And then obj should be mat underscore. Okay, so what's not working here? So let's remove this one. So dot crypto mat underscore mat. Oh, it's okay. I needed to put mat1. Okay, dot .exr and then insert. Right, let's rename. Okay, so that's all cleaned up. Normally there would be a frame number here with these presets, so let's just remove this one. Okay, so then this is all sorted. So now we can drag them into Fusion. So drag that one in. Let's also already maybe load our crypto mats, even though we don't necessarily need those from the beginning. So let's put those over here. You could also composite in Nuke, by the way, or in another program, but Nuke is insanely expensive and I don't composite enough to warrant the cost. And Fusion is perfectly fine. So, right, I have this, and now let's save our composition. I'm going to go to my tutorial folders. Let's have a look. Submerged tutorial. So I'm going to go into the comp thing. I'm going to go into Fusion and then call this submerged tutorial v001. All right, there we go. All right, so let's first set up OCIO in here, so ACES, because if we preview this with 2 on our keyboard, so with 1 you can preview it in the first view, and with 2 in the second view, you can see the colors are all wrong. It's because we need to configure it to use ACES. So if we enable this, you see now it looks good. So that's what we need to do, is enable this thing. Then go to edit. We need to browse to our OpenColor.io configuration. Source space ACES CG, because that's what that's what we rendered out. Now output space should be Rec 709. So like that, and we can also do that on the second thing. I think I have. Let's see, is that correct now? Oh, I have that one misconfigured, so that one should be. Where is it? Output rec 709. All right. So now this view is set up so we can work inside of ACES. So now our colors should match somewhat with what we rendered inside of, don't know if I still have it open, but you can see those colors now match because we are working inside of ACES. Right. So what we want to do is we want to split up our process so we can rebuild our beauty. Okay, so what I recommend you do is you install, you go to Stake Underwater, you Google for Reactor Fusion, and then you can download Reactor. I'll put this in the description where you can download this, and then you install Reactor. And Reactor has a whole bunch of free plugins for Fusion. So we're going to use a script. So if you once you install it, you get Reactor here, and you can open Reactor. It's going to update Reactor core, and then you get once it finishes doing this, you get a window which you can use to search for a whole bunch of stuff. So a couple of things we want to install is we want to install the CryptoMat plugin. So if you just turn on CryptoMat, so it's by Cedric, Diro, and Christopher Inderberger, something like that. Right, and you want to also install Host Split EXR Ultra. So that's by House of Secrets. Those are guys that I share an office with. They're awesome. So I want to install those two. So if you then press Control Space, you get like a search thing. So if you use CryptoMat, you can see it's now appeared there. You might have to reboot Fusion.